Sponsored by Amid the Philippines' maritime dispute with China in the South China Sea, India firmly supported the Southeast Asian nation in upholding its national sovereignty on Tuesday. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar highlighted that for every nation it is important to uphold and enforce its national sovereignty. The Philippines had earlier released a video of the Chinese Coast Guard attack on a Filipino supply vessel on March 23. Addressing a news conference in Manila, EAM S. Jaishankar stated that as the world continues to change, it is essential that India and the Philippines cooperate closely to shape an emerging model. He underlined that for every nation, it is important to uphold and enforce its national sovereignty. In recent times, India and the Philippines both have witnessed very perceptible growth while the bilateral trade between the two nations crossed the $3 billion level in 2023. India's support to the Philippines comes at a crucial point when the Southeast Asian nation is embroiled in a maritime conflict with China. On Saturday, two Chinese Coast Guard ships fired at a Philippine supply boat with water cannon, marking the latest confrontation near the disputed South China Sea shore. The incident injured its Navy crew members while causing damage to the vessel. Notably, the far-flung shoal has been occupied by a small contingent of the Philippines Navy and warships since 1999. However, it has been surrounded by the Chinese Coast Guard and suspected militia vessels. This is the second time that the Philippine boat Unaiza May 4 has been damaged by the Chinese Coast Guard's water cannon assault in March. The repeated high seas confrontations have sparked fear that the conflict could degenerate into a larger conflict, bringing China and the US into a collision. The deployment of the Indian Coast Guard ship is also being considered strategic. The Ministry of Defence stated in a press release on Tuesday that the deployment of the ICG is aimed at resolving marine pollution in the ASEAN region, besides bolstering bilateral cooperation with the Philippine Coast Guard. The ICG ship is on an overseas deployment to Asian countries, namely the Philippines, Vietnam and Brunei, from March 25 to April 12. The deployment is the third in a row by the Indian Coast Guard to Asian countries. Earlier, the ICG pollution control vessels visited Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand and Indonesia in the year 2023. Meanwhile, the Philippines on Monday reiterated its strong protest against Chinese aggression against the Philippine supply boat as China warned Manila to behave cautiously and seek dialogue.